On the outside, most Nigerian celebrities live a perfect life as they earn so much from doing what they love to do. But the problem is most celebrity lives isn't always what it seems, as most of them lose it all to either fund mismanagement or other factors. In that regard, I will be showing you in this video 10 Nigerian celebrities who reached great heights of wealth and fame but lost it all. Number 10. Solid Star. Joshua Onyezo, known by his stage name Solid Star, was born on the 8th of November 1998 and he's a Nigerian singer and songwriter who began his career as a drummer in one of the local churches located in Delta State where he hails from. The release of his hit track One in a Million, where he featured Tu Baba in the remix, was what shot him to stardom and made him a household name in the Nigerian music industry. After then, Solid Star released more tracks and featured in several other songs down the line, toured different cities and African countries for shows where he got paid huge amounts of money and lived the best of his life. Unfortunately, things went sideways for the musician as suddenly nobody heard from him again, and he was some time ago spotted in the streets of Lagos in a state that seemed like he was mentally derailed. It was later gathered that the singer, out of depression along the line of his career, started indulging in different forms of drugs like ice and loud, which made him go broke and eventually led to him becoming mentally unstable and was even taken to the rehab on 2 different occasions. As a result, his brother by name Joseph took to social media to plead with Nigerians for financial support, explaining all that had happened to the singer. Thankfully, the musician is back on his feet again and was interviewed recently where he narrated all that he went through and even recalled how he trekked a 7 hours distance from Awoyaya in Ibeji-Lekki to Oriental Hotel in VI Lagos when his mental health deteriorated. We hope he bounces back again and gives us nice jams like he used to. Number 9. Uche Odoputa. Veteran Nollywood actor Uche Odoputa is a Nigerian actor, movie producer and director who graced our screens in the early 2000s. The actor starred in several Nollywood movies which all generated him huge revenue, but sadly things changed for the actor as he could no longer get substantial movie roles to act, and slowly fortune took a downward turn for him to a point he could barely feed his family and house them after selling most of his properties just to maintain his standard of living. Things went from bad to even worse for the actor that some of his friends in London lured him into drug peddling, and the actor was caught along the line and served a jail term of over 2 years. After his release from prison, the actor in an interview narrated his ordeal and promised never to indulge in such act again. Number 8. Wilson Oruma. Wilson is an ex-Super Eagles under-17 midfielder who captained the team to a victorious win during the World Cup held in Japan in the year 1993. The player also played for several foreign clubs like RC Lens, Marseille and Kavala FC in Greece. Sadly, after garnering so much wealth, the ex-Super Eagles player is said to have totally gone broke following a severe mental illness that struck him. His mental health deteriorated as a result of the player falling into the hands of some fraudsters who duped him the sum of a whopping 1.2 billion naira. It was gathered that after Wilson Oruma returned to Nigeria with all the fortune he had made during his heydays, fell into the hands of a Lagos-based pastor and some fraudulent oil businessmen who promised him to get double his investment within a short period of time. As days and weeks went by without hearing from the said pastor and others, Oruma realized he had been duped and was left without even a penny. This pushed him into serious depression and affected his mental health. The player has been undergoing treatment and is seen to be coming back on his feet again. Number 7. Blackface. Blackface is a well-known musician in the Nigerian music industry during the reign of the Plantation Boys with Face Alone and Two-Face in the group. Blackface made a fortune while in the Plantation Boys group, but sadly Two-Face for some reason decided to break out from the group, and this marked the downfall of Blackface as he tried to be on his own but struggled with his musical career, which never yielded any good result, like when they worked as a group and even went broke along the line. Whereas his counterpart Two-Face went out there and made even more fortune in his own musical career. Then again, Blackface made one of the biggest mistakes of his life amidst him struggling to stand tall by accusing and suing Two-Face when he released his evergreen hit song African Queen, which went far and wide, claiming he owned the song and Two-Face stole the song from him. After a series of investigations without a substantial proof, Two-Face was proved innocent, and in turn Two-Face charged him to court demanding a certain huge amount of money for defamation of character, which I doubt if Blackface was ever able to pay considering his present financial status. All that ruined Blackface's musical career, and he's seen again trying to bounce back with the release of a few songs. Number 6. Femi Opabunmi. Femi Opabunmi was an outstanding player whose performance during the 2001 Under-17 World Championship cannot be forgotten in a hurry, as he scored a hat-trick against Australia and won himself a bronze ball for being the third best player throughout the tournament and a silver boot for being the highest goal scorer. During Opabunmi's career, he played for some renowned clubs in the Europe like Grasshopper Zurich of Switzerland, Camos Notaires of France, and Nigeria's Shooting Star FC, which all generated him huge income. Unfortunately, while still in good shape and form of playing, he suddenly developed a severe eye condition suspected to be glaucoma, which led to the player not being able to see with one of his eyes. In a quest to regain his sight, Opabunmi visited various hospitals while in the UK, but all effort to bring his sight back to normal proved abortive. Unsatisfied with the result of his treatment and with the hope of regaining his sight, Opabunmi spent virtually all his savings but still did not get any result. At this time, he had gone broke and even stranded since he was of no use to his club at the time. The player was left with no means of coming back to Nigeria until his former teammate Osaze Odiwenge came to his rescue and got a flight ticket back to Nigeria for him. Coming back to Nigeria, Opabunmi has managed to put his life together and is surviving by every means possible, as he's now the head coach of a small football academy in Osun State, Nigeria. Number 5, Mr. Ibu. John Okafor was a veteran Nollywood actor known for his funny roles which made the childhood of many Nigerians around their 30s and above humorous. The veteran actor garnered so much wealth just as he had so much fame, and at the course of his career, he sometimes became one of the most popular and renowned actors in the Nollywood industry. The 1961-born actor later on around his 50s started feeling ill and was diagnosed with diabetes. Being that the ailment was a terminal one but could be managed, the actor was given all necessary treatment and precautions which he kept to. But even at that, his health condition kept deteriorating by the day and left him in the hospital bed for several months. The actor underwent several surgeries just to save his life, and this all cost him his entire life savings, and that was how he slowly drifted into debt, and his health condition kept getting worse, to a point his leg was amputated, and he even came out to beg the Nollywood industry and Nigerians at large to support him financially so he could undergo a few more surgeries, all in the quest to save his life. But sadly, he passed away on the 2nd of March 2024. May his soul rest in peace. Number 4, Ifeanyi Udeze. Ifeanyi Udeze was an amazing left back and a key team member of the Super Eagles of Nigeria between the year 2000 and 2004. During his playing days, aside the Nigerian team, he also played for some foreign clubs like AEK Athens, West Brom and several others. Sadly, fortune took a downward turn for the player as he ran into serious debt after he squandered all the fortune he made during his career on gambling and extravagant lifestyle while in the Europe. After Udeze made his way back to Nigeria empty-handed since he had gone broke, he still didn't stop those habits which ruined his life and career but continued as he was spotted in the streets of Ajegule in Lagos still gambling and drinking locally manufactured alcohol called Ogogoro. Although the player is now a radio host in one of Nigeria's biggest sport radio station, Brilliant FM, even though his financial status still cannot measure up to what it used to be. Number 3, Middie. The Ile-Ijo crooner is said to be in serious financial deep waters after he was signed to Square Records owned by the P-Square. Middie made a lot of amazing and melodious songs around the year 2011 and some collabos which made P-Square sign him to their label, where they also did a lot of jams together. Along the line, it was gathered that Middie wasn't making any money from the songs he made with the Nigerian Afro pop twins. Middie later on disclosed that he was being ill-treated by the Doe and in most cases sleeping in a carton while in the P-Square's mansion. The singer later left the label and nothing was heard from him again until the 001 King Davido recently signed him to his own record label, DMW. Number 2, Stereo Man. Sunday Osakune is a popular Nigerian musician who hails from Delta State and is known by his stage name Stereo Man. He made it to limelight in the 2000s and garnered so much fame, especially after the release of his hit track, It Dey Pain Me, which became a street anthem in the Nigerian society and also fetched the singer so much money at the time. Unfortunately, while the singer was at the peak of his career, around the year 2012, he was accused of the murder of one Rekia Idris, who happened to be the mother of his only child. Stereo Man, being the prime suspect just because he wasn't in good terms with the deceased and had parted ways with her, was arrested and detained just after a shallow investigation. He was immediately charged to court, and since he had just little or no defense to prove his innocence, he was sent to jail where he spent a reasonable time of his life and lost virtually everything he had worked for, just as his credibility in the industry and all brand ambassadorial deal he was holding were all withdrawn. Although Stereo Man was later released after several years, after more proof of his innocence surfaced, and the singer could now be seen trying to rise again in the Nigerian music industry. Number 1, Efe. Efe Ajeba is an indigene of Warri, a reality TV star and the winner of Big Brother Naija 2017 edition. The based on logistic crooner emerged the winner of the Big Brother Naija in 2017, where he went home with a cash sum of 25 million naira and a brand new SUV. After leaving the Big Brother house, Efe, with the money and fame he had acquired while in the house, pursued his musical career and dropped a few songs, but they never thrived as he would expect. It was later gathered that the reality TV star has squandered all the money he made on extravagant life and wrong investment and had gone totally broke. Ever since then, no one has heard from him again. May the Almighty never allow you or your family members drop from grace to grass. Please type amen in the comments. See you in the next video.